Hello, we are in my bathroom. One eye is done and one eye is not, so stick with me here. Today, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm some mental health specialist. I'm not. But I did want to come on here and give my 2 cents about how we look at ourselves as just women and men when it comes to our looks, when it comes to our appearance. Now, to give a little backstory, I wouldn't say like I would obsess over my look, but I got to a point where I was on social media so much and I was comparing myself so much to people who I was seeing on social media that I was like, I am not that good looking. Like, I felt like I was average at best. Like, I thought that I was average, but I did look at myself as being pretty. Like, I looked at myself, I was like, I'll go to the mirror, I look at myself, I'm like, my nose is like this, my eyes are like this, my lips are like this, like, and I would pick apart my look, like, literally completely. And it was bad. Like, it got to a point where I was like, I couldn't even get on social media without hating on myself, like, literally, without sitting here and talking trash about myself or thinking, wow, she's way prettier than me, or whatever. Like, it was a bad cycle. And it took my friends saying something for me to realize it, because I didn't talk about it. That was the thing. I did not talk about it at all. It was completely internalized, and I thought that what I was thinking was the truth. I was like, how I look, me being, like, that's the truth, that's the reality. So I didn't even feel the need to go to people and talk to people about it, because I was like, that's just what it is. So, like, everybody else is gonna agree with me anyways. And it was so toxic. And this is what I'm talking about, y'all. This is what I'm talking about. We can't continue this cycle. We cannot continue this habit. Honestly, I feel like I don't care if a lot of people find you attractive or a lot of people don't. Like, you should be finding yourself beautiful. You should be finding yourself handsome, because God made you. He made you with no mistakes, okay? The nose that you have, the lips that you have, the ears that you have, the neck that you have. He made you with no mistakes. And I want you to really take time to look at yourself and look at things that you really find beautiful, even if nobody has said anything about it. Like, I'll be the first to say, me, something that I don't get compliments on, but I really love about myself are 2 things. One, my eye shape. The shape, not the color, okay? When the light hits my eyes, it's like shing. And, I get compliments on it, but I like the actual shape of my eyes. And I think I've gotten a compliment on that once in my entire life. And I still love it. And that's something that I can appreciate about myself. Another thing that I've literally never gotten a compliment about is my neck. I really like my neck. I love the way my neck looks. And I think that's the thing. Like, some people, they don't want to, a lot of us don't want to look at, the things that maybe be seen as weird or strange things to like or compliment about ourselves, but you got to get there. Like, me, I have a decently long neck and I really like it. I don't have the longest neck in my family for sure, but I do have a decently long neck. It's not stubby. And if someone has a short neck, that's not a diss to you, okay? That sounded really bad. But the point that I'm trying to get at here is that you need to find things about yourself that you really like. If you like your nail beds, look at your nail beds. Oh, I really like my nail beds. They're so long. Or I really like my nail beds. They're so short. Like, I really love the way they look. Like, even compliment your own knuckles. Like, find things about yourself that may be considered a weird compliment or weird thing to pay attention to, but find it and compliment yourself on it and have joy in looking at yourself and looking at the small details and being like, wow, God really took his time making me. I want you to begin to start that cycle of really loving yourself, of really appreciating yourself, of learning to love yourself again. And also taking time off of social media, because it's really easy to compare yourself, okay? It's really easy to compare yourself. And here's the thing, social media is so fake. Okay, there are real people on social media, don't get me wrong, but there are so many bots on social media. There are so many filters and plastic surgery. And this is also something that I have recently talked to my friend about, is that there is perceived beauty where naturally you wouldn't have thought this person was beautiful. But because of the fact that people have told you this is what's beautiful, and a lot of it is orchestrated. Again, like, let's say someone famous. Again, I'm not gonna call out names, but there's this really famous person who I do not think is that pretty. And people will use her name as like the symbol of beauty. So instead of saying beautiful, sometimes they'll say her name. And my thing is, I think that she's on the pretty side of average. I don't think that I'm like, she has a very forgettable face to me. And that's not as a bash, that's just what I believe to be a fact. But I also believe that because a lot of social networks, you have TV, you have news, you have just articles and like all these different outlets telling you, oh, she is so beautiful. She is the epitome of beauty. She is perfect. And then that gets in the mind of certain people, and then those people then spread it to other people, and then the masses start to agree. So I believe that truly, if you tell yourself that you are beautiful, you are the most beautiful, okay? And not in like a cocky way, but in a way of just saying like, I love myself, I'm beautiful, I'm wonderfully made. Like, you will begin to believe it, because I believe that a lot of the things that we think are beautiful really are just based and rooted in what people are telling each other is beautiful, not like what's actually beautiful. There are a lot of things that used to be super unhealthy, like that whole super skinny trend, and then all of a sudden the same people who agreed with that are now saying that being slim thick is beautiful. It's like their preferences only changed because society changed. Their preferences only changed because their friend group told them that there was something different that was in, that was beautiful. So the whole idea of, oh, this is what beauty is, like, you could literally be fooling yourself and getting tricked by social media. You go over on social media, you see something and you see someone, if the comments are all saying, oh, she's so gorgeous, this is the epitome of beauty, and you don't look anything like her, then it's really easy to start to think, okay, well then I'm not beautiful. But if it was common to see that type of person and everyone was like, oh, yuck, ugly, then like you would start to think like the same thing. So cleanse yourself, de-influence yourself from what you see as beauty, what you see as being perfect, and what you're actually thriving for. Because I'm not sitting here to say be cocky. I'm not sitting here saying to think that everybody else is ugly. And I'm not sitting here saying like it's good to be unhealthy either. But rather understand the reasons why you're wanting to look a certain way. You want to make sure that it's not just because of the fact that social media is telling you that you have to look this way. Now, if you want to look this way and it's healthy and you're doing things the right way and that's what's going to make you happy, whatever, you do you. But on the other hand, there is a fine line between doing something because you want to do it and doing something because you feel like you have to do it in order to feel loved. And you do not want to have yourself believe that you're doing it for one reason that's healthy, but in reality, you're doing it for a very unhealthy reason. Loving yourself, loving your body, that's something that's constantly preached. Like the modeling industry, how they're shaping beauty is constantly preached. But I think that for both men and women is something that is important to take into consideration, especially as you are building your foundation in your own life. You want to build a very healthy foundation for yourself and yourself moving forward. And when it comes to what beauty looks like, it really isn't just one thing. You can have somebody who's on one part of the world and they think that beauty looks like looking really young and looking very childlike, which I'm going to call it out. I've seen it a lot in Asian culture where it's like looking very young, looking doll-like is the beauty standard. But then you could go somewhere else and the beauty standard is looking very mature, looking older than what you really are. And then you could go somewhere else where one body shape is very much the beauty standard and a completely different body shape is a different beauty standard somewhere else. Somewhere it could be being short, somewhere it could be being tall as a woman. Like, there are so many layers where it's not just, oh, don't try to be extremely skinny to the point where you could end up in the hospital. Like, no, it can look very different. So look within, look at what you're following and think about why. Because if you want to do it, then do it. But if you look and you see that it's actually really unhealthy for you, that's where you have to put the line down, put the phone down, get in your journal and start to actually think about what's going to make you happy. Get up, look good, feel good about yourself, but don't lose yourself in the process of trying to look a certain way. Anyways, I hope you did enjoy today's video. If you did, please consider checking out my Patreon. I hope today's video was very encouraging for you. If you have anything that you would like to share, if you would like to have a conversation in the comments, please feel free to do it. Look after yourself, watch over yourself. We are here for each other. This isn't just a channel, this is an internet family. I say this in every video, but please, please, please take care of yourself and don't forget to do it every single day, because every single day counts. Be there for yourself. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.